Hello everybody, welcome to another Illustrator CS6 tutorial. My name is Buddy Blackford, and today we're going to be going over saving a document. And you might think, oh, saving a document, that's easy, I just go File, Save, and it does it for me. But Illustrator is a little bit different because you get a bunch of options when you go to save. And if you take a look on the screen over here on the right where it says Illustrator Options, this is the file that comes up when you save. And if you go try to save as anything else, you get maybe some errors and things like that. So you need to understand how to use this when you're saving, so that your work comes out correctly and it's not all messed up when you go to open it up again. So what you need to do is let's go to File and we'll go to Save As. And I'm able to save this in a bunch of different types here. We've got Adobe FXG, which is Adobe Flex. We got a PDF. Adobe Illustrator is this program, obviously. Illustrator EPS, which is an encapsulated PostScript. And a lot of times some people use this for Illustrator files. We got a template. And then we've got SVG, which is a scalable vector graphic. So go ahead and we'll select Adobe Illustrator for now. And then I'll change this so we don't get a huge noise. And hit save. And we get this Illustrator options. Now we can save it as a certain version. Illustrator CS6 is what you normally want to save it as. But if you need to import it into something like an older version of Cinema 4D or Maya or any other 3D modeling program, sometimes they make you import it in Illustrator 8 or something like that, Illustrator CS2. But there's how you select your versions. The next thing we got here is fonts. And you're specifying when to embed the entire font or the characters here. And just you put in the percentage there, and there's a little help sign here. Oh, never mind. That's part of that's actually part of the sentence there. Going down to options here, we got create PDF compatible file, and you can select it to save the PDF in the file. You can include linked files. You remember when I imported and there was a linked file? Well, this will include it there if there is a linked file in there. Embed ICC profiles, and that uses color profiles, which I'll go over at some point. Use compression, and if you want to compress the file, you select this. It'll make it a smaller file, but if you uncheck it, it'll be a bigger file. And save each artboard to a separate file. Now, if you have more than one artboard, this will be able to be checked, and then you can save all of them to different files, or you can do a range. So if you have like 4 artboards, you can save 1 and 2 in one file, and then 2 and 4 or 3 and 4 in another file. We've got some transparency options here, and you go ahead and specify your options. Some of these words might not make sense to you because I haven't gone over a whole lot, but if you want to preserve the paths, you can check that one. And these are radial buttons, so you're going to be able to check either or. And then you get your resolution here. And at the bottom here, you've got some warnings. So it says the document raster effects resolution is 72 ppi or less. Well, I don't have any raster files in here, and I'm not saving it as a raster. And if you're not sure the difference between raster and vector, you should check out the first tutorial where I go over that a little bit. And then another warning going on here. That's fine. And we'll hit OK. And now it has properly saved. Now there are different options when you try to save it as different documents. So I'll go Save As again. And I'll just put EPS there. And I'll save this as an EPS this time. And now we've got different options. We've got different versions. This time we've got formats and it saves it as a TIFF, transparent or opaque, and then you've got all these other things going on here. So I'm not going to go over every single set of options that's in each one of these, but it would be a good idea to check these out on just do a Google search or something like that and check them out. And that way I don't have to waste your guys' time going over every single option, and you can do it on your own time. Another thing that I wanted to show you was that if you're working on a project, you're able to save copies. And the reason you would want to save copies is you're making you want to save incrementally. So if you're working and your client likes what you have and you're golden, but later on the client is like, nah, I want this changed now. Go ahead and make the change and save it as a copy. That way you have two different versions. And in case he decides that he likes what you had previously first, you don't have to go back and make all those changes again. You can just save it as a copy. Or you can just go back to the previous version. So save a copy, file, save a copy, and then it'll say copy going on there. So I have already had one that was a copy. And then just append a number to it, if it doesn't already. And then you're good to go. So that's a good idea. You should save your document about every time you make some decently major changes, or every like 10 minutes. Just hit Control S to save it. If you're saving incrementally, Alt Control S is the hotkey. So that's keep that in mind. So that's all I wanted to go over about today. And thanks for watching this. Now you know how to properly save a document, and you're not all confused with all the options and not clueless when they come up. So thanks a lot for watching, and have a good day, everyone.